Have you seen Ford?
Hey, Amber, did you run here or something?
Yes. Yes, I did. I heard something about Eliana being here, and that Ford was also here.
About 5 minutes ago, someone rung the large bell in the hall. Could have been Eliana.
Oh no. Is Ford okay?
I don't know. Should we take a look?
I've never seen such an enthusiastic crowd. No teachers here, that's surprising.
If they didn't care when two people got pushed down a staircase, they're unlikely to care now.
Makes sense, but they need to be more aware of what's happening in their school, don't you think?
Well, yes, but I'm not going to say anything. And in all honesty, I may not like this school, but I'll never take back the friends I've made. I actually fit in somewhere.
I've never fitted in.
I think I know that by now.
Eliana turns to the crowd.
I've got a lot to tell everyone.
You've got nothing to tell anyone. You can't go around gaining people's trust, collecting secrets about them, and then breaking their trust, proving you never even were trustworthy in the first place.
Then that's their own mistake for trusting me.
You don't have to rub it in. I've already told Amber, Livy, and Johnny that I made a mistake putting my trust in you.
Have you told everyone about me?
Why wouldn't I? Everyone knows who you are, Eliana.
But not everyone knows who you are, Ford, or everything about you.
Most people probably don't care anyway.
And you even told me things about Amber that you shouldn't have, didn't you?
It was an accident. Don't you bring my sister into this.
Ford.
It didn't occur to me that Eliana would hurt Amber too. I know I said to Johnny that she could hurt me all she wanted. I wasn't expecting her to drag Amber down too. I didn't think of that.
Amber's not gonna blame you.
Why wouldn't she? This is my fault.
Let's not get into this right now, Ford. We've already been through this.
You shouldn't have told me things about your sister. She trusted you with her secrets, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She's always trusted me until you came along.
She could have always trusted you if you hadn't told me everything personal to her.
Well, I can't take it back now, can I?
No, you can't. Which is why you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
I don't think it's your place to try and tell Ford what to do. You've done enough damage for a lifetime.
You told me that Amber was bullied, didn't you?
Eliana, just stop!
You heard the boy.
Answer my questions, Ford.
Okay, yes, she was. I don't see why I have to tell you that.
She was betrayed by a so-called friend, am I right?
Ford doesn't reply.
Ford?
I'm not answering you, Eliana.
That obviously means I'm right. And you just don't want anyone to know. Or rather, you don't want to break yours and your sister's relationship. And you don't want to be the reason.
She deserves her privacy, Eliana.
You might think that, but because of her, you didn't hang around with anyone your own age. She practically deprived you from living your own individual life.
That was more my choice than hers. Why does that concern you?
Never said it did, but maybe Amber feels guilty about it.
If she did, she would have told me, because she trusted me and told me everything that was going on.
What if she needed your help, so she didn't say she was guilty, so that you continued helping her for her benefit?
She wouldn't do that, would she?
Don't listen to her, Ford.
Amber hadn't really had proper friends before she came to this school, had she?
No.
She was often taken advantage of, right?
Yes, your point being?
Nothing much. I'm just asking you questions.
Fine, but I don't see what you're getting at.
Amber has trust issues, right? And she only trusts you?
Yes, and she did only trust me. Now she trusts literally no one.
People used to gossip about Amber behind her back. Did you ever overhear any of this gossip?
Not really. I was always with Amber, and Amber was never with her friends when they gossiped about her.
People like to cover things up.
Don't I know that well? People enjoy keeping me in the dark.
Not surprised when you tell everyone someone's secret when they trusted you.
Hey, it wasn't like that!
So, Amber has low self-esteem, right? At least I think you told me that.
That's none of your business, Eliana.
But you told me she has low self-esteem. Doesn't that make it my business? Seeing as I already know about it.
No, never mind.
You said that it almost feels like you're not even siblings anymore, didn't you?
Well, yes, but...
Ford?
Amber and Lewis enter the hall, which is currently in silence. Amber starts crying.
Amber, I must hurry!
It's not your fault. It's Eliana's.
You don't blame me?
No. Surprisingly.
Surprisingly?
My head is telling me to blame you. And my heart is telling me that you're 11, and it's not your fault. And Eliana manipulated you into telling her everything about me. And yourself as well.
Listen to your heart, Amber.
I will. And Eliana, I think you should go.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Why? What have you got to do? And yes, Eliana, I did feel guilty. But I didn't tell Ford because I thought it would hurt him, seeing as he'd helped me for so long and that I'd almost be rejecting his help.
You could have just told me, Amber.
I was sparing your feelings.
Not sure if I believe that. But moving on.
To what?
Ford, Amber used to tell you everything, right? But did you tell her everything?
No, but...
So she put every inch of trust in you. But you didn't do the same back.
But I still did trust her.
Clearly you didn't trust her enough.
It wasn't like that, Eliana. She had her own problems to deal with.
She's your sister. Could have spared a thought for her brother, don't you think?
Well, yes, but...
She probably never asked how you were and let you deal with her problems.
She didn't really ask how I was, but I don't hold that against her.
See? Maybe she's not the great person she makes out to be.
Never said I was a great person.
Whatever you say.
I was the one who called her a great person.
But why did you if she clearly doesn't care about you?
Eliana, does anything that happens between Amber and I even concern you?
I'm still your family.
I don't think I'll ever want to call you family. You don't deserve a place in my close family.
Remember that you used to enjoy hanging around with me? I used to make you smile. You even said that.
That was before I knew what you were really like. Now I just see you as a villainous backstabber.
I am not a backstabber. I tried to help you.
Help? You tried to help? What you did was make things 10 times worse.
That was never my intention, Ford.
Are you sure about that? And I'm sure it was at least Yvonne's intention.
But it wasn't mine. So, why don't you tell Amber everything you've been keeping from her?
I'm not doing that.
It's you or me, Ford. What's it gonna be?
Not in public.
I think it's a little too late for that, don't you?
And for your information, Eliana, Amber already knows most of it.
But the world doesn't.
They don't need to know, Eliana.
Eliana, you need to stop.
Not everyone knows that Amber wasn't the only one that was bullied.
And they didn't need to know that.
From what you said, you could cope, and you didn't want to add to Amber's burdens.
Amber had enough on her plate. I didn't need to make her even more stressed by telling her I was also being bullied.
But she would have cared.
And I cared about her well-being. I was not going to make things worse for her.
Almost seems like she was emotionally bullying you.
You're emotionally bullying me.
Well, that was uncalled for, Ford.
No, he's right. You're a bully, Eliana.
If that's what you think. And the crowd should know something else. What Ford and I mentioned about Amber earlier used to be a secret. Kara threatened Ford to tell all of you Amber's secret, or else he wouldn't see tomorrow. I guess he didn't obey, so he got thrown down a staircase to protect Amber's reputation, which to me seems pretty reckless.
Reckless? More like brave. Kara's scary.
She sure is.
You've been fearing a lot, Ford, right?
Yes?
Didn't you say it was embarrassing?
Yes, I did. Please, Eliana, just stop.
So embarrassing that you didn't want to tell anyone? Not even your own sister? Only Livy?
If I tell Livy how I feel, that's none of your business.
You're scared of Kara, aren't you?
I think pretty much everyone is. She practically murdered someone.
And you said that school scares you.
Well, yes, after everything.
Eliana, you need to leave. And now.
You even said the dark scares you, Ford.
What do you expect? I don't care if people laugh at me. I can't help my emotions.
Well, you must care because you were crying earlier.
I don't have to give a specific reason as to why I was crying.
But we all know the reason.
Are we done here?
No, not yet. You're scared of crowds too, right? And talking to anyone unfamiliar? And you keep fearing you'll end up all alone.
Yes, that's all true.
Elenia, I think you should stop.
Finally, the only adult in the room actually speaks. Where are the rest of the adults?
They won't care.
Most people don't usually care.
Lastly, Ford, aren't you scared you'll lose everyone you ever trusted? Didn't you tell me that?
Ford?
Yes, I did. I was scared I messed up my relationships with Amber and Johnny and only had Livy left to turn to. I guess I was wrong, but I still worry about it.
Ford, you are never going to lose me.
Felt like it.
I'm done here. I'll see everyone soon.
Eliana exits.
Amber, I'm sorry.
Maybe I should be the one apologizing. I should have paid more attention to you rather than trying to help someone who, now I realize, doesn't need as much help as you do.
What do you mean?
You needed someone to lean on. You only had Johnny, and you needed more help. You were emotionally unstable, and I should have been there for you. from the start.
You can't change the past, Amber.
I know, but I would do things differently.
Can we go home now?
Come on then, let's go. I'm sure Mom is panicked and worried.
Yeah, she worries a lot now. Livy, do you want to come around?
Sure.
Nico, is that okay?
Of course.
Three of them head outside to find Rose's car. Ford starts crying immediately.
Ford, what's wrong?
Just everything.
Eliana is a bully. That's all I have to say.
Come on, let's go home. I'll make you all a nice lunch.
Hopefully Eliana is gone for good now.
Hopefully. I wish I could make her pay for what she just said.
What did she just say?
Pretty much everything I told her about myself and Amber, and actually more than that, as she was eavesdropping on Amber and I once.
That's just awful. So she eavesdrops on you and Amber and decides to share what she heard with everyone?
Yup.
That is uncalled for. It's just... I don't even have words.
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Amber, you've been really quiet.
Just thinking.
You okay?
What do you think?
Fine then.
Sorry, Amber, really.
Amber doesn't reply.
I guess we'll sit in silence then.
We don't have to, Ford. When are you next seeing Johnny?
Tomorrow, I think. I'm looking forward to it.
I bet. I would be too if I were you. You're so lucky to have a friend like him.
I know, he is an amazing person, just like you are.
You as well. Don't forget that.
I'll try not to.
Ford, just one thing I need to bring up.
Which is?
My dad has been acting so strangely lately. Almost like he's in love.
Maybe he's falling for Cassie again.
I doubt it. Those two were never good for each other.
Ford lets his Rose almost blush.
No freaking way.
What is it, Ford?
My mom and your dad?
That sounds realistic.
I didn't say anything, Ford.
You blushed. I've just got one thing to say to you, Mom. Just don't forget about Dad. I think about him almost every day.
How could I ever forget about your dad?
Ask yourself that.
Ford, my dad means well. If the two of them are in love, don't ruin it for them.
It's fine. Mom is always hiding things from me anyway.
What do you mean?
Remember earlier, you made it sound like we have a history of murderers in our family and that Dad might have been murdered.
What?
And she finally talks.
Ford, you didn't need to say that in front of Amber. You don't even know anything anyway.
But I will find out. You know I don't like being kept in the dark.
Yes, we all know that.
Please, you guys, can we not fight?
I've got a lot to tell Johnny tomorrow.
Yes, you have.
And Mom, whatever it is that you're hiding, I will find out.
Ford, please.
I'm not a young kid anymore. I want to know the truth, and after everything, I can handle it.
What happened to Dad?
Nothing.
We'll find out, Amber. I promise.
You can't promise that if Mom won't spill.
I know, but we'll find out, one way or another.